Hello, welcome to another episode of Cooking with Christina Fogel. Today I'm really excited because I am doing a collaboration with Alicia from Best Bites Forever. We're doing kind of a recipe swap. She's going to make one of my recipes and I'm going to make one of hers. She's making my cranberry bread and I'm going to put a link down below in the description box so you can check that out. And I'm going to make her Asian meatballs and teriyaki sauce, which is going to make an absolutely delicious appetizer for holiday parties. So to get started, I'm going to make the meatballs first. I have 1 pound of ground sirloin and 1 pound of ground pork. I'm adding 1 teaspoon of kosher salt and a half teaspoon of fresh ground black pepper. Now I'm adding 2 teaspoons of sesame oil. Ginger is next. I use the back of a spoon and scrape off the peel. It just takes a little bit of the peel that way. I'm going to slice and then mince the ginger. I'm chopping extra as I need some ginger in the teriyaki sauce too. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of ginger to the meatball mixture. And on to the garlic. I'm also chopping extra here. I'm going to add some of this garlic to the teriyaki sauce too. And I love garlic, so if I end up with a little extra, that's okay, I'll just toss it in. I'm adding 1 tablespoon of the minced garlic. Green onions, I'm going to chop both the green and white parts. Actually, I'm not really chopping, I'm just kind of slicing it thinly. And I think they always add a nice color too. I'm adding 1 cup of chopped green onions. And now 1/2 cup of panko crumbs. These are also called Japanese breadcrumbs. So good. This is something I added to the original recipe, cilantro. I love cilantro and I'm always looking for a reason to add it to recipes. I gather it and roughly chop the cilantro. Then I kind of search through and pull out any of the larger stems or pieces. I remember the exact time that I first had cilantro. It was in an egg roll and I took a bite of it and I'm like, what is this? This is amazing. So I'm always looking for a reason to use cilantro in my recipes. I finally chop and add 1 tablespoon of cilantro. And finally, I'm adding 2 eggs. I lightly beat them first. So now I'm ready to mix. I'm gently pushing down and folding the mixture together. Alicia gives a really great tip. If I squeeze the mixture together, the fat heats up and causes the meatballs to be dry. So I'm being really careful to just push down and fold. I'm going to roll these into small little meatballs and place them on a foil-lined baking sheet. Because I am serving these as appetizers, I am making these really small. I always think of appetizers as being either a 1 bite or a 2 bite size. So with meatballs being a little bit on the messy side, I wanted to keep them in the 1 bite size. I'm going to bake these for 14 minutes at 400 degrees. I'm going to turn them halfway through. I'm just going to flip these over and return them to the oven to finish baking. So while the meatballs are baking, I'm going to go ahead and make my teriyaki sauce. Over medium-high heat, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, and I'm going to let that get nice and hot. Now that the oil is hot, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of minced garlic and 1 tablespoon of minced ginger. I'm going to stir that around for about a minute. I'm adding 3 tablespoons of rice vinegar and I'm going to stir that a little bit. I'm adding 1/2 cup soy sauce mixed with 1/2 cup water and 1/2 cup packed light brown sugar. I'm going to stir this until the brown sugar dissolves. Turn the heat up to high and bring the sauce to a boil. Once it starts boiling, I lower the heat back to medium and carefully add 1 tablespoon cornstarch mixed with 1 tablespoon of water. I stir as I add this so it doesn't clump up. Boil the sauce until it thickens. This doesn't take very long, and the sauce will also thicken a little bit as it cools. The meatballs are done baking, so I'm going to combine them with the teriyaki sauce. I'm going to serve them in a crock pot so they can be enjoyed warm. This recipe from Alicia at Best Bites Forever has been a ton of fun, and I enjoyed every minute of making these delicious Asian meatballs. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment, I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to click to subscribe and hit the like button. The recipe's on the website, there's a link down below. It's ChristinaFogel.com.